Brent Project, Gravity Assisted Pulse Motor Update. We fabricated a Y configuration for the pendulum. We're going to be mounting a electromagnet where the solenoid motor is, and then we'll have a large magnet mounted on the Y, the end of each Y. And as it swings back and forth, it'll get attracted to the soft iron core. And then when it's triggered, you get a pulse through the electromotor or the electromagnet in repulsive mode, and it will, push the pendulum back and forth. The interesting thing about this application is, or method is, it's possible to actually latch the pendulum in position at the electromagnet. And we've ordered some, Hall effect sensors, latching Hall effect sensors. That'll minimize the control circuitry and, manual operation. We're getting, of course, it'll all change once it gets switched over to the electromagnet. But imagine, the pendulum being latched in the outer position. It'll just fall until it hits a trigger, contact switch. And then it will, pulse the electromagnet and kick the pendulum in the opposite direction, allowing it to reset. We'll have to remove one of the rack and pinions so that it only engages the output shaft on the upstroke, and then we'll duplicate the balance beam as many times as required. You get the 100 watts. The 100 watt project goal. So, as fascinating as this device is, I'm sure there's an application for it. Just have to find it. But we'll proceed with the simplest, easiest to fabricate approach, and we'll post results when available. At 40 pounds, it's real easy to max out the travel, and we'll be putting limits, or there's a bunch of things we can put limits, magnetic limits on the balance beam, and of course, just duplicating the balance beam. Running, multiple units in parallel will produce satisfactory results. Electricity at the input will be, at a minimum, and because they're latching Hall effect sensors, it'll have a increased on time so that the pendulum actually has a chance to fall away from the electromagnet and not get sucked back into the magnetic or the iron core. I was experiencing that situation on an earlier experiment with the tilt table and magnets and the pendulum, but that'll solve the problem. Control circuitry will be at a minimum, and we'll post results when available. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the day. I gotta stop saying that. Enjoy the day. Cheers.